Grip tips. This is about recovery. It's the off season. A lot of you don't have races coming up. Let me tell you how I did my off season. Maybe that will help you to craft yours so that it's really doing what it's supposed to do, which is to help you recover. You know, a lot of people you see on Instagram, top pros, they take 2 weeks after Ironman and then they're like, wow, I'm ready to get back at it. I did my first bike ride. I'm like, 2 weeks? Are you kidding me? When I raced, I would do Ironman whenever that was in October. It wasn't the same weekend every year. And then November and December, I did nothing that I considered training. I dropped my volume way, way back. I would ride my bike maybe once a week. I would run 2 or 3 days a week, but super, super short. And I rarely got in the pool. I didn't necessarily just sit on the couch. You know, I surfed, I hiked, I did other stuff that was kind of active, but I didn't do anything that was targeting fitness and getting faster or even trying to maintain what I'd already achieved that last year. You know, and that's another thing that's maybe a misconception about recovery in the off season. It's important to decondition, to let your fitness drop down, to get a little bit out of shape, because as you do that, your body's going to put back all those deep reserves that you put out when you're training hard and racing hard all year long. So I would take my 2 or 2.5 months super, super easy. I would, again, I might be active, but by the end of that 2.5 months, I was kind of out of shape. And the other guys that I was racing against, they'd already had a good month or month and a half of training. And by January 1st, yeah, they were more fit than I was. But I would come back by the end of the year in October when Ironman rolled around again. As you can tell from my results, it worked. So anyway, think about that. The way I thought about my off season, my recovery, again, the most important part of your off season, if a 40 or 45-minute run does not sound like a long run, if it sounds normal, if an hour and a half bike doesn't feel like it's going to be a stretch because it's normal, if 2,000 or 3,000 in the pool doesn't sound like a massive swim because it's normal, you haven't recovered. You haven't let it drop down enough. You know, everybody tells you how much you should do to get fit. Well, I'm telling you how much you should not do so that you can decondition, so that you can recover, so that you are on fire next year. Grip tips, think about that.